I absolutely love Slay the Princess. It's a very interesting game, and here's my take on why I think it's good. However, I'm going to be making this spoiler-free, so I will be... The background might look a little boring, to which I apologize for. If you want to see a more in-depth view of the game, I recommend going and checking out someone else's video, such as this YouTuber I watch every once in a while named Pig. Gotta say, I love watching his content, but that's not the point right now. Anyways, so Slay the Princess, it starts you off on a path in the woods, as you get told by the narrator. I gotta say, I love his voice. I also love the voices of... Before I get into this, throughout the game, there's different types of voices you encounter, such as the voice of the hero and the voice of the stubborn, voice of... I forget literally every other voice, but there's different voices depending on the choices you make. And what I think this game does so well is it has a mix of psychological horror alongside comedy. Because even though it's a game about you supposedly going to slay a princess, there are some pretty comedic moments. There's definitely a few times where I've gotten a chuckle out of this. Gotta say, funny stuff. Anyways, the design looks nice. I think it does well with all the gray, the shaded areas, the black, white, gray. The color scheme, I feel, just fits with this game. I really recommend checking this out yourself, because honestly, I don't even think I can do it justice explaining this game. However, other YouTubers might be able to, so I recommend going check them out, like I stated earlier. And just... The voices feel nice, the voice of the princess is done really well, and the voice of the narrator is done well as well. Like, the narrator is put off as this kind of antagonistic character who kind of guides you through what you do. And if you choose to go against him, obviously he's gonna be like, that's rather annoying, but you know, here, I'll just make your life miserable. Also, there's this one line, which I will not be showing in the background, because the background's just one go, that I tried to do to not really throw any spoilers out there, because obviously if I showed more of the game, it would be spoiling what there is to it, so I just went with the goofiest thing I could find that didn't really spoil much of anything. Now, going back to what I was saying earlier, narrator just kind of guides you through the story as it's supposed to be told. However, if you go against him, he does everything possible to kind of like show his frustration with you. And there's this one line that repeatedly pops up in the game that just says, everything goes dark and you die. I don't think that would be considered a spoiler, considering the trailer on Steam also shows you dying. Okay, you know, here's just a little tiny spoiler. Tiny spoiler doesn't impact anything major, but I guarantee you will die multiple times in this, unless you choose the route that I chose for the gameplay, which is just the quote-unquote good ending. Which I gotta say, when I first found that was the funniest thing I have seen for this game. Of course, at the time I didn't really experience much outside the demo, which I will say, if you don't think this game's for you, try the demo first, because that's what I did. I tried the demo, and I gotta say, it genuinely hooked me onto that. Which then I ended up getting the game and playing through it entirely, and I gotta say, I enjoyed every minute of it. And out of all the games I've played on Steam, this is the first game besides CSGO. CSGO I do not count, and the demo for this game. This is the first game I've fully dedicated time to completely 100% it. Get all achievements, get every ending. Which, now that I think about it, I don't even know if I got every ending. Also, I'd like to apologize. I know I'm a little late on this. I would like to apologize for being all over the place. I don't have a script down for this. I'm just going completely what comes to my head. So that's why I would just end up kind of repeating things and going off the rails. Anyways, yeah, and also the OST for this, I gotta say, there are moments where the OST really hit me deeply. Like when I first finished this game, when I got the first ending, I genuinely felt sad, because one, not only did I beat the game, I completed a well-developed story. And this story, it was done so well. One thing it'll tell you, when you first boot up the game, this is a love story. If you want to figure out what that means, go and play the game for yourself. If you can, of course. If not, once again, as I've thrown out there twice now, just go out there and check out someone play it. Like, Markiplier's played it. The YouTuber I mentioned earlier, Pake, has played it and made 2 separate videos on it, which hopefully I remembered to show earlier when I first mentioned it. If not, oops. Anyways, that's the best. This game is so beautifully well done, and for my spoiler-free video that I made here, I just can't put it out enough how much I enjoyed this game. It's just I don't even know what else to really say without going into spoilers. I just absolutely love this game. Will I put it in my top 3? Unfortunately, no. And there's reasons behind that. However, I'll put it in my top 10 because this was the first visual novel that... It was the visual novel that really got me into visual novels. And honestly, I can't thank it enough. It opened my horizons to other games that happen to be in the same genre. And for a psychological or love story, it did a stellar job. I think I should start wrapping this up soon. This is all done in one take, and I feel like I definitely could have done better with explaining things. But for going completely off thought alone and not writing anything down, not going in this plan, because originally I wasn't going to do this, but I was like, I never really... No, I ended up looking at Slay the Princess sitting in my library, because there is a pristine cut coming out eventually, which is going to add more to the game, which I'm super hyped for. And I probably, if more achievements are added, I probably will go for them. But, I ended up looking at it in my library, and I was like, this might actually do well, and also feel nice to kind of talk about something I really enjoyed. And thus, this was born. I think I'll throw a snippet of the narrator's voice alongside the voice of the hero, which are the 2 voices you encounter throughout the game. Also, real quick note, your choices do sort of matter in this game, especially when it comes to the ending. Because as far as I can tell, there's 4 endings in total, maybe, if memory serves me right. Anyways, I think that'll do it. I hope you enjoyed this little quick review? Retrospective? I don't really know what to label this. I guess just a kind of quick rant about why I love this game. And I don't even think I went into too much detail as to why I love this game. I just kind of did it. Anyways, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again sometime in the future. Bye bye.